InShalla and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings. It is I, once again, Tonya D, holistic Sha'medium and subtle energy surgeon. And today, with it being the new moon in Libra, the daily snippet, for those of you that have recently just subscribed or joined me, I go live mid-morning and muse about the energy of the day, the energetic centers, this season, kind of the animal and also the cosmic highway and so much more. But the new moon apex for me in my village around 5 a.m. I would actually check your time zone to see when it apex for you. But it's really a time to not just feel juicy on the inside, but allow all that juiciness to really flow to the outside. And I think this revolution is actually starting to cascade, or because Pluto has gone direct. So it's like cascading and heading out of retrograde and really just selling full stream ahead to her return in February, her natal placement of when the United States was actually born, I guess. So I say stay juicy. Things are really going to feel a bit groovy over the next few months. I'm staying optimistic on this middle world stuff, going to the outer realms a little bit, but the elemental energy of today, we have this yin fire water day. So, oh my gosh, is that just not refreshing, right? It's a ding high day. Ding, the bing and the ding, they crack me up. But this feels really like some friendly water. The two fires are friendly, siblings that are actually your friends, not the secret enemy kinds of siblings or friends. So it's still this pretty inward kind of energy for the day. And our day branch brings us some yang energy with the pig there. But we we authentically need this burst of water, this like wave of water. So people might actually be using their authentic voice today, coming out of the closet. All this yin energy makes for this kind of an abrupt voice. And our day needs the change, the day master. We need the change, the nature or the energy of wood. We don't really have, we have a yang wood in the branch there of the day with the pig, but it's hidden, it's below, which it can burst out, that's kind of how these things work. They get kind of knocked out, if you will. So we have this day, a day to like add fuel to the fire with the energy of wood. So it's like bringing in those new ideas and growth and expansion and just actively expanding our light for sure, for sure bring in nature to support and be a resource for our day, the energy of the day. So I don't know, have you noticed all the creative wood and metal workers out there doing some cool magical things? I watch TikTok. It's actually kind of dangerous, or it can be, it takes you away for hours and you don't even know it. But I do my cowrie shell divinations there, my weekly energy things, my energy scroll, my weekend roll is what I call it. But you really can find some great stuff there. You can, it's awesome for me anyway, just saying. But the fire energy, that is social media energy. It's entertainment as well. So there's just some thoughts to muse on there. But it's time to really take it to a higher or elevated level. Whatever it is you're kind of opening up to in the season of Libra. So today, we have this merging of our ego. It's initiating and opening us up, our emotions, our heart, and our law of innovation or attraction. They're all kind of syncing. Sorry, my phone's going off. But we have this great revolutionizer awakened as well. Not to mention, our mind is looking in the rearview mirror in some way. So I could honestly say I really love the energy of Uranus. It's this magical disruptor. It's eccentric. Maybe it feels a little aloof in some ways, I guess, or maybe not. But really, life feels a little stranger than fiction this morning. Like, if you feel called to share some fun offerings, that would be great in the comments. And also, did you feel the waves of all, or, it's all these planets are like really having what I would sense is a multi-dimensional conversation. And then we have this innovator innovating with our heart online, you could really ground into your heart. We have these fire energy, this heart energy, the two hearts right there. That is heart energy, by the way. So yeah, we have the heart, we have the lungs, we have the spleen, and then we actually have the kidneys, or the bladder. So that it's this ancestral energy as well that are all online. So we have like the middle heart and the otherworldly heart as well with the two hearts. So it's this magical day to really be heart centric and tend to your inner baby, nurture her well, in this connection to our heart. So when you start to really unplug from your heart channel in a way, what appears normal could actually feel otherworldly. So what relationships do you resonate with? Like they're in your village, and what ones do you belong in? A lot of people are kind of, relationships are kind of ending, so you can have a breakthrough. So it's this breakdown of our relationships, and that's when we actually have the breakthrough. And that's really the magic on the other side. And sometimes we resist that, but any and all the untruths you might have in those relationships might really come out from under the rug. So if you've been falsifying anything in your relationship, that might come up too, kind of like a bubbling spring up to the surface. To kind of access our heart, you want to stay in the alignment or the resonance field with what merges in your belief channel through the heart channel. So we have all these things that are online. So relationships are in the boundary of the energetic heart. They're in that area. And I mused about boundaries with Tavia yesterday as well. But I pulled some cards. It was super fun. So when she shares the links, I will totally share them here as well. But we should have a balanced scale in our relationship village. So you kind of have to ask yourself, are you compromising your heart channel to be in a relationship? That might come up today. Or you might even find that it wasn't in integrity from the get-go, from the beginning of that channel. So when you have to earn love from another, or when you feel as if you're taken advantage of in a relationship, like you're the doer, or you're trying to balance it out, the scales are twisted. Or sometimes, it's a feeling of control as well. So you really have to go into your heart center to what feels believable in that channel of the relationships. So, I'm really working on my queendom, mastering the queens, if you will, and kind of utilizing the gifts that each one actually brings to my round table. So it's really like being fair, doing what I can, sensing what they need, and offering that when I can. So it's balancing of these scales. So we have fairness, we have kindness, and to be fair. And if things really break apart today or fade away, just remember that we're shifting gears into like a new habit, a new offering, a new ritual, a new you, getting a new wardrobe, if you will. Just like the trees are shedding leaves, we're kind of shedding our old skin and recalibrating our beingness. So you really want to hold the force in your container for what your heart truly believes. Even what your love life should be like, or creativity, romance, what you do value, what your home should be like or feel like. So it's basically anything you believe in your heart, all of your relationships, what you feel that should be like, whether it's a partnership, inheritance, like I can see all the things, your beingness, your spirit aspect, the outer world, the otherworldly kind, even spirit, the social, your career, even higher philosophy. That's what I was trying to download. But whatever you value in the realm of manifesting or even finances, just know in the letting go, that's when the magic kind of feels in, it sparkles and lights up. So respond and listen to your heart center, to the magic in the response and what you're tuning into. So it's the should it stay or should it go kind of thing when you listen to your heart channel and also your belief system. So you get to pull the plug or flip the switch on your channel, or even your subscription channel. That's kind of how I see it. But we all deserve really to take a different path, a higher path into a new one, or a, one that's more of our, like upcycling our relationship, not just to ourselves, but our day-to-day life and out into the outer fields. And sometimes, we need an otherworldly perspective from the mountaintop or the outer field, the auric layers. And so if you're judging yourself from like the wrong position, the wrong space, then you're also judging the position that you're actually involved in, and you're going to attract it. So you got to kind of tweak the frequency and allow your heart to kind of lead the way, be heart centric, and allow those delicious wishes, those wishes, those dreams to be a part of really what takes you down the path, and lead you as your heart is kind of opening up your reception channel and just upcycling relationships. That's truly a thing. Divorces don't happen because the relationship was juicy, right? Careers don't end because your heart so loved what you were doing. So the dam breaks somewhere, and so the new upcycling can really come through, and be lifted up. So that's just how we look at the breakdown, to get to the other side to really stay juicy. So it's a great day to bring transformation to our love channel, shift sickness and pain into health and prosperity. Our wealth truly is in our health, and connect to and just through the heavens and also the earth plane. So it's like this balancing kind of teeter-totter thing going on, and transform anything that's negative, all that negative energy, into something beyond magical, spectacular, super fragicalistic, super expialidocious. It's a long word. I used to love that show. But with all of this, the crown is online, our spiritual conductor, along with our heart channel, our root channel, and our sacral. And actually, now that I'm using on through, I would actually recalibrate all the channels and start with the crown and go all the way down and actually all the way back up. If that seems a little crazy or misunderstood, my buttercup meditation is actually amazing to recalibrate your entire energetic system in that way. So you could also chant each of the seed sounds. I have them in the show notes. And also you could visualize a color as well, or even a symbol, and just feel into the sounds, the symbols, the meta symbols, if you will, the divine innovation or invocation station of our heart channel. And really, truly breathe in the love to your heart, and do it all day long throughout the day and throughout your heart channel. And really, really, really be the magic that you really wish to see in the world. Add all the compassion, the joy, the integrity, peace, happiness, and all the virtues and more to your channels. And really just allow all those gates to open to the highest realm, the highest frequency and vibration, and stay in the channel of the win-win realm. As things appear, or ingredients to a new way to really transform the powers that be, they might gain a foot. But, as we channel down through the crown, we have the seed sound of Ong, our spiritual connection. We have the seed sound of Om, our third eye, our intuition and wisdom channel. We have the Haim, our self-expression channel, our spiritual voice, or spiritual truth center in a way, authentically. Yam is our heart, our love, and our compassion center, our hearts, our beacon of light that we all have, and just let that radiate in and through. And also, our solar plexus is the Rain, our willpower, self-esteem, our courage, our channel of mental clarity. And that can kind of burst through, all of them actually can radiate out and through our auric field, our energetic fields, kind of be that beacon and just do a total cleansing, really. Then we also have the Voom, our peace and sexual integration channel, our emotional channel, our sacral. And Loam is our root center. It's grounding, manifesting, our physical. It's our survival and safety channel. So you can bring in all of those outer channels as well. The outer octaves is kind of how I see them. going from the middle world to the lower world and the return again to the upper world. So I would really actually utilize Jophiel to release the authenticity of beauty that absolutely 100% resides within you. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling as far as the energy of the day. It's actually kind of exciting. I just like staying optimistic. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole. No need for that. There's rabbit holes everywhere, right? But the animal of the day, I'm actually going to go with the pig or the boar, since that's our little creature on our day. So look at this little juicy dude. Oh, let me get rid of this. There we go. Isn't he awesome? So the, excuse me, the boar, the message for the boar is that you will emerge victorious if you face your problems head on with courage and confidence. And he's like a wild beast, I think. But the boar is the symbolism that insists that we get busy with our project. That's something, that we might have been procrastinating on. That we need to move forward with our life and stop waiting for things to happen, which is so true. So the boar is really prompting us to meet those uncomfortable situations head on. So the spirit animal, it's saying, the only way to get clarity and resolve a situation is by doing that. And everything kind of sorts out fairly and in a balanced, equitable kind of way. And also, you're going to be facing your fears and finding peace with the situation. And also, on a positive note, it could be announcing the beginning of a period of personal growth, prosperity, and wealth. So it's really, it's time to like recalibrate or, integrate our self-confidence and kind of also be content with our journey, our progress. Look how far we've come over the past year. So if you have the bear totem or the boar totem, excuse me, or the pig as a spirit animal, this is like persistence in pursuing our goals, if that's your totem. Similar to the snail, which is hilarious because I feel like in one of my timelines here, probably my first visitations to the earth plane, I came in as a snail, but I'll gather that information later just to feel the frequency and the vibration of the earth plane, have a little taste of it, and I knew my lifetime would be short, so I just wanted to kind of feel the frequency of the earth, see if it was positive or not, which I am not going to go down that rabbit hole. But so the boar is determined to achieve their dreams and will work hard to acquire them. So this is if this is your totem animal. So you're giving in your nature, you believe in miracles, you don't carry grudges, and you're considerate of others. And also you're kind and will put out selfless service continuously as they see things go through. So people with this spirit animal totem are truly thick-skinned and unaffected by others' negative input. They're also intensely sociable and form lasting relationships. So, if you dream of a boar or a pig, that's kind of an indication that there's like this severe argument that's kind of pending. It's on the threading. And more likely, somebody close to you is where that issue would be. So you need to approach it like with a clear mind, a clear head, and also with tact, because the argument could end up in a long-term separation. Also, when you dream of this animal, it's an indication that you need to go inward. We have a lot of this yin energy today to find those answers to those questions that you're asking about yourself or others. If you dream of a domestic pig, it's a good omen. The vision is letting us know that success in all of its forms are actually on the horizon. They're coming in. So that's just a super magical way to look at things, right? So let's go here. So today I pulled 3 cards. I utilized my shaman oracle mystical deck because I felt like we are really in kind of this middle world, kind of trying to bump a notch or a field. So the 3 cards I pulled, so believe it or not, this is the moon. It's the moon, which is magical really because we are on this new moon Tuesday, the thread. So, the moon herself, she's for me, she's super magical, powerful, and just our beingness, our essence. And she offers different highlights and lowlights and emptiness and darkness. Um, an end of an energy, but yes, it's also a rebirthing into a new phase. There's actually an African prayer. May our lives be renewed as yours is, and kind of tune into that as you have a conversation with the moon and her threading. So the moon really has this strong influence on the waters of the earth, the ebb and the flow. The same powers affect our feelings and our emotions. She is the moon, and she mirrors them, rising from hiding in our unconscious field and kind of coming forward as well. And the threading. So this card is kind of offering us a journey of like renewal and rebirthing. Just like the moon goes through her cycles every month. But I love that I pulled this card today because we're truly at this new phase. We could set our intentions, or, we could really truly get unstuck, whether it's a specific situation in our emotional field, what we're trying to initiate or act on, or, just life in general. So we really need to go inward and take time and be with ourselves, give ourselves space without any distraction from modernity, like the modern world, what's happening outside of us, and have the courage to really look at those unwanted or even, embracing parts of our beingness until we kind of arrive to a place of solution resolution in our emotional field. A lot of times our finest treasures are hidden where most people, they're afraid to go. So that's kind of the emotional field. We don't like to feel our emotions. I don't, it's kind of I'm trying to shift the narrative and validate all those feelings. But I also pulled the Earth card, which I don't know if this picture gives her the justice she deserves. But you can see, it's almost like you can see all the energetic centers, or, from the top to the bottom. Her third eye is a beacon right there. I can see it, right? So the Earth, if, our Earth journey is supposed to be super fun and magical, and sometimes it literally pulls the rug out from under our feet. So this is like symbolic of our body, of the planet Earth herself, our human body, our, and even nature, Earth, nature transitioning. So we're here, we're kind of reminded by the symbol that everything is born on the earth. Creatures, doesn't matter what it is, could be the crickets or the frogs, whatever's happening in your village, even the fairies, the candomblés, the wetames, all the things. But we are also, we're kind of here on the earth as well, just like all of life on the planet. So it's kind of like referring to what we make of it, our health, wealth, security, grounding, solidity, stability. Those are all earth. When I do a divination, those are, that's kind of the center of the cloth, if you will. So I have to kind of look where the earth is when the shells get moved. So it's kind of a reminder for us that the world in the form, matter, is really a gift from spirit, the heavenly realms, the ancestors, the guardians and archangels, all the things, right? And, both aspects need to be treated with respect and have those conversations. So with this earth symbolic, it's kind of this representation where we need to focus on kind of being more reverent, having appreciation and gratitude for all the natural nature gifts that we are coming to. They're coming, like, flowing into us right now. They're always flowing if we're willing to open that door. But, we're in this concrete world where we're living, and, we have a place of grace, of spirit, nature, that we're all kind of a part of. We're all like a little star seed is kind of what I'm seeing, our own little beacon of light. So a lot can be accomplished when we focus on being compassionate and being in gratitude, feeling blessed and in service to the whole world. So if you act with integrity and gratitude and even humility or humor, finding the humor, right? you are going to find yourself more kind of prosperous or abundant than, you could see outside of yourself in the imagination. So with this card, success is actually more assured when this earth appears as an invitation. It's like it's opening the door um, to being prosperous and having success, whatever that looks like for each and every one of us. It's different. Um, People see me as successful, but I don't. It's just kind of that flavor there, which I probably should shift that narrative already, right? But I also pulled the rainbow, and the rainbow itself is like the rainbow bridge. It's the true spiritual path. It's our energetic centers and manifesting all of those colors as well. So we have this rainbow, and it's seen as this full aspect and this realization of our entire energetic essence. I guess that's why I feel like the buttercup meditation totally feels the energy of the days, the moon, the earth, the rainbow. You really can't make the shift up. It's just right there. So it's our entire beingness. So the rainbow itself is also a representation of the rainbow bridge, right? The bridge between the physical and also the spiritual world. And actually, in I talk about merging these two, the physical and the spiritual, and the energy body demystified. In your world, it becomes super magical when you merge those two fields. And we all can do this. It's not just a one person kind of thing. We all have this ability. But also the rainbow bridge, I when people cross over, I call it the rainbow bridge. I think a lot of people probably do. So at the end of our earth journey, the cycle, we can actually journey across this rainbow bridge into those higher heavenly realms, the otherworldly realms. So with this card appearing, it's really an affirmation that everything is as it should be. We're in the right space. We're in relationship with spirit, the other worlds. So it's kind of asking us to not get caught up in the pursuit of the illusion, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and to find, our inner treasure in the moment, in the threading right now, by really like flowing into the right relationship with those around us, seeing the good in the gooder, and all the gifts that we all have, at our hand if we'll open it. Sometimes it's things that are obvious that we might have missed because we've got our little blinders on. So really just be true to your intentions, especially with this new moon. Don't go down the wrong path through a daydream, an illusion. Just focus on your intention and give it time and space. So again, I just found it really curious that I pulled the moon card first. So I'm kind of feeling into an affirmation to get you on your way, and really allow your heart channel to be your beacon of light, your love space, and stay really in your channel of spiritual truths, authenticity. It's a magical day to detach from those old habits, those old thoughts, create a new ritual, if you will. Things that really don't fit, it's like the wardrobe needs a new leaf, the shedding of the trees, and just open to people, places, events, things that really kind of resonate with your heart in line. It shouldn't actually be hard. So really open up your channel to this space of grace. And even the cards are saying to really upcycle a new wavelength or frequency with your intentions and what it is you want to manifest on the earth plane, and what is your spirit opening you up to. So with that, I affirm the being, which I love that. I affirm the being, it's usually the magical being, right? But I affirm the being that resides within me, syncing with my vibration to the channel of otherworldly joy. That's one of my virtues. You could plug in yours. Any virtue, really. Otherworldly peace, joy, happiness, and abundance. And just kind of fill into the flavors because our channels are super online today. So make it a magical new moon blessing, gratitude, juicy kind of day. InShalla and Ashe, thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate you, and I will see you on the other side. Oops.